Before Christ, my life was in shambles. It was a disaster, and I had absolutely no direction whatsoever. To an extent, the streets in the hood kind of raised me. The NWAs and the Biggies and the Tupacs and the Jay-Z's and all of them, those were my inspirations. My dad was in my life when I was young. On my 7th birthday, he called me and said that he was coming to get me for my birthday and never showed up. I guess that would probably be the start of my abandonment issues. I started rebelling at a very, very young age and acting out and not listening to my mother very much. Around that same time, one of my family members sexually abused me for a little while, so that again added to my lack of desire to be around men and trust men very much, I guess you'd say. She decided she wanted to get remarried to a man from Cleveland, so we moved to Columbus, Ohio, and I was extreme culture shock for a little brother from the east side of Indianapolis where all I know is hood. And I'm like, oh my goodness, there are so many Caucasian people out here. It's crazy. I wasn't even prepared for that. So again, I acted out and rebelled and did my best to make it as difficult for her and everyone else around me as possible. I wanted something different. I was ready to get out of Columbus. I was just kind of over it. I didn't feel like it was home to me. I was at work just minding my own business, and out of nowhere there was this really cute little blonde girl. I looked at my boss and I said, I'm gonna marry that girl one day. And I turned around and went and started talking to her, and that's my daughter's mom. And a month later I packed up my bags and moved to Wisconsin because she was there. She dumped me the next day. I completely lost my mind. I mean, that's when the spiral for me somewhat started. Drugs started heavy, started doing ecstasy a lot, and I did everything you could possibly do wrong. I became suicidal and drugs more and locked myself in the bathroom, and it just got absolutely nuts. You feel completely empty. My only goal was to have sex with as many women as I possibly could, to not think about it. That was literally my only goal, just to completely drown myself in as much love in the moment as I could possibly have. It's so funny how life works out, because you could be down in the dumps 1 second and not even really ask God for anything, but he can just bring you something that can completely start to take you out of this whirlwind that you're in when you're not even ready for it, but he can just bring it to you. On this particular Sunday, we were sitting in church, and on one screen in capital letters came the word integrity. And on the other screen, it said, what do you do when people are not watching? And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It was like, oh my gosh, like, what do you do when people aren't watching, Brian? I get it. That's the ultimate wake-up call for me. I just started seeing all this amazing change. I can't even explain how it happened, but the way that I treated people became different. The things that I would allow myself to do and not allow myself to do, my self-discipline, my self-control, my stability. 2 years ago, I had no place to live. I was sleeping on people's couches. I had no car. I had no job. I was sleeping with a married woman. My life was the epitome of a mess. So to look 2 years later and, be giving your faith to God or whatever that means, knowing that there's something greater than you that you can look up to and just say, I'm messed up and I need help, man. And I don't know what's up there, who's up there, how you can help me, but I know that I've been trying it for 15 years and I'm a disaster. So I'm gonna give it to you and just see what happens. It's so difficult to trust in something that you can't touch and see and feel. When you allow yourself to, the feeling is so amazing because you don't even, it's not even a matter of trusting in it. You just know that it's going to be okay. And to get to a point where you wake up every single day and no matter what, you know that it's going to be okay. It's so weird. It's so weird. And God is doing something. It's definitely not me. And that's all. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. But today, I know that I would do the best that I can to make God and my One Church family and my family very, very proud of Brian Penn. And if I do that, I'm fine.